I know, to be honest with you, Timothy, I was a wee bit surprised when I got the call from you yesterday inviting me out for a cup of coffee. It's not like you to, splash the cash,
Well, to be honest with you, Martyr, this is a business meeting, so the coffees will be tax deductible. We'll put them under entertainment. Martyr, I have a wee proposal, and I would like to run it by you. I think it could generate a lot of cash for the Donegal Martyr Incorporated. So you might want to pay heed to what I'm going to tell you.
Alright, if it generates cash, I'm all ears. By the way, Timothy...
Martyr, let me do it.
No, Timothy, I can open the sachet myself.
No Martyr. You'll put sugar everywhere. Let me do it. Let me do it. Here we go. It's a little bit tricky. It's a wee bit tricky, but this is what you do. You kind of go like this. There you go. It's open now. I'll put it in for you, Martha. Don't you worry. I'll put it in. Do you want another sachet of sugar? Is one sachet enough?
I know one sugar's enough, sure. As I say to all the old ones in Donegal, sure, I'm sweet enough,
Alright, do you want to drop milk? You want to drop milk in your coffee?
I can do it myself. I can put the milk in myself, Timothy.
No matter, you might spill it on the table and that would draw attention to us, and I want this meeting to be quite confidential. So let me put the milk in. Alright, here you go. There's your milk now.
Thanks, Timothy. Thanks.
Do you want me to stir it for you?
No, Timothy. I can stir my coffee myself. Put the spoon down.
But sure, it's already in me hand. It'll only take me a jiffy to do it. Here we go. How many times do you want me to stir it, Martyr?
I don't know, 4 or 5 times should be enough, Timothy.
Alright.
I think you can stop now, Timothy.
Sorry about that, Martyr. Got a wee bit carried away because I'm very excited about the proposal that I want to run by you. So, Martyr, we've been looking at the figures and we believe we can get a boost. We can get a boost in donations if you tell your subscribers that you're going to get married, that you're going to tie the knot.
But I'm not going to get married, Timothy. I don't want to get married.
I know what you're saying, Martyr. I know what you're saying. Sure, what guy out there would like to get married? You know what I mean? You'd be nagged to death by your wife, and then she'd end up with the house. But at the same time, Martyr, you tell your subscribers you're getting married. You wear a wedding ring on your videos. You keep showing off your left hand. I know you're right-handed, but you'll have to learn how to be left-handed because we want you to show off the wedding ring as much as possible. Every time you put your left hand up to the webcam, some evangelical in America will send lots of money because they'll say, look at that sweetie over in Ireland in his Aaron sweater, and he's going to get married. He's a young fella going to get married. I'm going to send $1,000. I'm going to send him $1,000 to help him.
Right, okay. $1,000 sounds great, Timothy, but I don't want to get married. I don't find women physically attractive. That's what I'm trying to say to you, Timothy. So I don't want to end up getting married and then, kind of pressurized into having, sexual relations with a woman when I don't find women, physically attractive. So, how are you going to swing it, Timothy?
Oh, this is a great part, Master. This is a great part. We're going to set up the wedding for our registry. It will be on an online registry, one of our subsidiary companies. I'll sign the wedding certificate. I'll sign it. Reverend Timothy McWOWSON can sign anything. You say. I'll sign it. You sign it, and we'll just make up a name for your wife.
Okay. What name would be a good name for a wife?
You can't go wrong with Mary because people will then think of the Virgin Mary. The Christians would, you kind of go over it. The Christians would, they'd start throwing the cash at you if you said your wife was called Mary. So if you can call her Mary, that could really boost the donations. You know what I'm saying? Call her Mary. Tell everyone that you're going to get married to a lovely traditional Irish colleen called Mary. I tell you something, the Americans, the evangelicals, the Christian fanatics, they'll start throwing thousands of dollars at us, Matter. We'll make a fortune.
All right, sounds good. I'm on board. I'm on board. Whatever I've got to do. Once I'm not really getting married, but then, do I have to buy a wedding ring? Because you said I have to show off the wedding ring.
There's a Chinese gift shop a few towns over, and you can buy an imitation wedding ring for about £5. So I'll buy that. We'll make sure it fits your finger. I'll buy it. That will be tax deductible. But what you do is you tell your subscribers that you've got a wedding ring. Your wedding ring is $100. You tell your subscribers that you want to buy Mary, sweet Mary. You want to buy her a wedding ring that's worth about $100,000 because she's the one for you. And you couldn't get her a wedding ring any cheaper than that because that would be cheapening the whole institution of marriage. So you start a fundraiser for $100,000 for this 100,000 diamond encrusted wedding ring for dear traditional Mary. Well, the Christians will be jumping up and down. They'll be throwing the dollars at you. Throwing the dollars at you, Martyr.
I'm in, Timothy. You've convinced me. If there's if we could make $100,000 plus out of this operation, I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to go along. I'm willing to learn to be left-handed, to show off the cheap wedding ring, to constantly remind people that we need €100,000 to get the diamond encrusted wedding ring for the fictitious traditional Irish colleen called Mary. So yeah, count me in. I'm up for it. So I'm up for it.
I knew it makes sense. All right, Martyr. Tell you what, go live, and tell your subscribers that you've met a lovely traditional girl, and you're going to marry her. Let's get the ball rolling.
All right. Would tomorrow be all right? Could I do the live stream tomorrow, Timothy?
No matter. Time is money. You know what I mean? I was watching Wall Street. I was watching the movie Wall Street from 1987 there the other night. I tell you something. It's an absolute classic. Tells you all about money, all about how to make as much money as possible. I tell you that, Gordon Gekko, or as I prefer to call him, GG. I tell you, the guy's an absolute genius. Doesn't let morality get in his way. Makes as much money as possible. That's the type of guy we could really, learn a lot from, Martyr. So, Martyr, hit the live stream now. Hit the record button now. Tell your subscribers you're getting married. Go on.
Would people not be wondering why I'm recording from a cafe,
Well, it's not really a cafe, Martyr.
What do you mean it's not a cafe?
We're actually inside a St. Vincent de Gaulle soup kitchen. That's why the coffee. That's where I get the coffees. It costs about 20 cents. 20 cents for a cup of coffee. I tell you can go around with 20 cent coffee. You know what I'm saying, Martyr? You know what I'm saying, Martyr?
Will people not be wondering why I'm in a St. Vincent de Gaulle soup kitchen?
No, you tell them you're in a soup kitchen because you've been ladling out food to the homeless, and that you've taken a wee break to share the great news with your subscribers that you're going to marry traditional Mary from the wilds of County Donegal. That's what you tell them. Give them a load of blarney. Give them a load of blarney, and they'll be throwing dollars at you. Tell them about the fundraiser. Hit the record button. Go on, Martha. Go on.
All right. I'll need to bring you in on this recording as well.
All right, Martha. Do what you got to do. But just get the ball rolling, because time is money. Time is money, laddie.
All right. I'm going to hit the record button now. Oh, right. You might want to scoot away out of the frame, Timothy, because, people might think that we hatched this idea together just now, you know what I mean? So just scoot your chair over there to the side.
All right, Martha, all right.
Okay, just fix me collar, fix me hair. Put on a bit of eyeliner, and we are ready to record. Hello, folks. It's the Donegal Martyr here, folks. Live. This is a live recording from a soup kitchen in Dublin. I came down for the day to help the poor and the needy, to ladle out big bowls of soup and big bowls of Irish stew to them, and you know, soda bread as well, to the homeless. So I've been working, I've been off my feet all morning, working here for the homeless people, for the needy people in the St. Vincent de Gaulle soup kitchen. Folks, I'm not recording this now to show off that I'm doing very important charity work in Dublin amongst the poor and the needy. No, folks, wouldn't do that, folks. Propaganda's not my, you know, propaganda and marketing are not really things I know anything about, folks. The reason I'm contacting you now, the reason I'm live streaming right into your homes and right into your hearts is because I've got great news. I have decided to marry a girl I met recently. She was working in one of our Magdalene laundries. She was working there on a volunteer basis. Her name, folks, is Mary. Mary, she's a traditional Irish Colleen from the wild hills of County Donegal. So, folks, I'll be marrying Mary in a few months' time. But folks, the problem is that I do not, folks, I really do not want to put a stain on the whole, you know, the very serious vows of marriage. Don't want to put a stain on it. I want myself and Mary to get off to a great start, and I want to show Mary that I'm a very serious man with very serious Christian ambitions. So I told Mary that I was going to buy her a 100,000 euro wedding ring because in my humble opinion, the size and the expense of the wedding ring is in direct correlation, folks, in direct correlation to the sanctity, to the cleanliness of the wedding. A cheap wedding ring, folks, means, you know, a very cheap marriage. That means the marriage is probably not going to work, you know. The woman will always be judging you for having bought her a very cheap wedding ring. You know, it's not going to work, you know. If you want the marriage to last forever, you need at least, folks, minimum, folks, 100,000 euro wedding ring. So please, folks, I'm absolutely strapped for cash. I'm in the rad. Folks. I need your support here if I want to get married. I can't get married, folks, without your support. I need your support in order to get the 100,000 euro wedding ring for traditional Irish Colleen Mary from the wild hills of County Donegal. So please, folks. I'm now going to try to, I'm going to phone up. I don't know if he's available, folks. I just decided there on the hoof, folks. I decided that I should probably ring up the Reverend MCWOWSON. Maybe he would, you know, he would do the wedding for us, you know. He's a very great friend of mine, you know, who happens to be the marketing manager of the Donegal Martyr Incorporated, but he's also a very close friend of mine, and I believe the religious Reverend himself would probably do the wedding for free. So, you know, folks, this fundraiser is not for a priest, it's not for a reverend. I think I've got that angle covered. I think Reverend MCWOWSON will do that himself. This fundraiser, folks, is for the 100,000 euro wedding ring for Mary, traditional Mary, folks. She's still a virgin, folks. Mary is still a virgin. With your support, I hope to, you know, deflower Mary and, you know, sanctify the wedding. But in order to do that, folks, I need your support. I need to get that 100,000 euro wedding ring, folks. Please, folks, I'm begging you, folks. So I'm just going to call. Give me 1 second here, folks. I'm just going to call the Reverend MCWOWSON, a really holy man, a God-fearing man, folks. I'm going to call him now. I don't know. He might be busy, folks, because I think he told me yesterday that today he will be out delivering sandwiches to the homeless people in Strabane and Cookstown, folks. He was even going to scoot over the border to Cavan Town, folks, and then go across to Cloners and deliver more sandwiches to the needy. You know, You know, God's work is never done, as the Reverend MCWOWSON always says. God's work is never done. If you've got to spend all day, folks, delivering sandwiches to the homeless. You know, if you're not going to do it, who else is going to do it? That's, you know, so I am trying to connect to him now. He might be out of range, folks. He might be out of reception as he drives across the border between the United Kingdom and the Republic of Ireland, folks. He might even be in Londonderry. You know, he could be anywhere really. You know, he's as the Reverend MCWOWSON's always saying, you know, charity and love have no boundaries at all. Okay.
Aloha.
Oh, hello, Reverend MCWOWSON. It's great to hear your voice. I've got some really great news for you. I've decided to marry a woman. Her name is Mary. She's a traditional Irish colleen from the wild hills of Donegal. And I was wondering, would you be able to do the wedding? You know, the fact that you're a very close friend of mine, would you be able to do the wedding?
Absolutely, Martyr. I would be delighted, absolutely delighted to do the wedding. No problem at all. That's absolutely fantastic news. I tell the people, are you recording this? Are you doing a live stream?
Actually, yes, I am. I'm in the middle of a live stream here, you know, from the soup kitchen.
Am I coming in loud and clear?
You're coming in perfectly. You know, it's almost as if you were here, Reverend MCWOWSON. It's almost as if you were here. Where are you, by the way?
I'm in the middle of Coot Hill, delivering sandwiches to the poor Cavan people.
That's what I was saying to the subscribers there. I was saying you were probably busy. I'm very sorry to disturb you from doing God's work, Reverend Timothy MCWOWSON, but I just had to tell you that I'm going to get married because I knew that, you know, you'd appreciate it. As a Christian man, you'd appreciate it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, I want to ask you, Martyr, how about a wedding ring? Have you already picked out a wedding ring?
No, but there's a wedding ring I was looking at because, you know, it's the jeweler. The jeweler told me, you know, he told me that, you know, if you want the wedding to be a success and your marriage to last forever, you need a minimum €100,000 wedding ring. So I don't have the money. I know I'm absolutely skint. I'm in the red. So I'm hoping people would, you know, show a wee bit of solidarity and help me to get the €100,000 wedding ring so that I can sanctify my marriage with Mary, the traditional Irish colleen from the wild hills of Donegal. She's also a God-fearing Christian, Reverend. You know, you'd really like Mary. So
she sounds like an absolute dream, Martha. She sounds like a dream. Absolutely, absolutely. It is well known in the Christian circles that in order for a marriage to last forever, you need a minimum €100,000 wedding ring. Anything less means that the wedding is null and void. The wedding will not last long because the woman will not respect the man who cannot buy her a €100,000 wedding ring. It's well known in Christian circles. So in order to help the martyr and to ensure that himself and this absolutely lovely young virgin woman, this absolute dream of a girl, to ensure that they get married and it lasts forever, we need you, people at home, to help out Martyr. He's been doing great work. He's been doing great work for nationalism and great work for Christianity. He's never asked for a dime. He's never asked for a dime, guys. He's never asked anyone for a dime. He's never done a single fundraiser. And now this is his time of need. I want everyone, you know, whatever money you've got in the bank, whatever money you can get out, whatever money you can get away with on your credit card, send it all to Martyr, send it all to Big Martyr, to send him on his way into the world of Christian marriage.
You said it so well, Reverend. You know, you've brought a tear to my eye, so you have. Fair play. You're a true friend, Reverend, and you're a true Christian. I'm just looking at the website here. I've refreshed it about 20 times there while you were talking. Desperately rubbing my nose at the same time with the back of my hand, and €20 has already come in. So that's €20 within a minute of the fundraiser going up. So that's €20, folks. It's not to be sneezed at. We're on our way, folks. hopefully in the next few weeks, because the deadline, folks, with the jeweler, he's given me a deadline. All the people I deal with, they always give me deadlines, folks, and if the money's not reached, I'll probably extend the deadline, indefinitely until the money, till I get all the money, maybe even more, folks, because the price could just go up, inflation's through the roof. It could be 150,000 euro, the wedding ring in a month's time. So the sooner I get the 100,000, the sooner I can get the wedding ring, because the longer this fundraiser goes on, folks, the less chance I'll be able to get the wedding ring, because inflation, folks, is at 20-25%. This wedding ring could be up to 125, might even go up to 150,000, folks. Could double, folks, could go to rapid inflation. Wedding ring could cost 200,000 by the end of the summer. So the sooner you can raise the 100,000 euro, folks, need to get the 100,000 euro, folks, by next Sunday, the sooner I'll be able to get married to the traditional Christian Irish Colleen with the freckles and the shawl from the wild hills of County Donegal. Would you like to say anything before we wind up this live stream, Reverend MCWOWSON?
I have nothing left to say. I've got to go. Martyr, no doubt you've got to get back ladling out the big bowls of Irish stew and the big bowls of soup to the homeless people there in Dublin. I myself have to continue distributing sandwiches to the very poor people here in Cavan. They can't even read and write here in Cavan. It's terrible what the Irish government has done to the Cavan people. Can't read, can't write. It's desperate to see. A lot of them are living in ditches. You'll not believe it. It's shocking, shocking. At the same time, they're bringing in loads of Ukrainians who are, who are in blackface. People here in Cavan, they can't read, can't write, living in ditches. Absolutely breaks your heart to see what the Irish government has done. You would have been much better under the Crown, but then again, sooner or later it will happen. Sooner or later, Ireland will be engulfed once again in the British Empire. We just have to be patient, and wait for the carnage to ensue. And then, very, very quietly, we start, all those green post boxes, we start painting them over in red again, the traditional red with the British monarchy emblem on every post box. Traditional. We change the double-decker buses. They're blue and yellow at the moment. We change that back to red when the time comes. When the time comes, British Empire, let's go wake up, go take back Ireland. Ireland belongs to the British Empire. As an Irish nationalist, you must agree with me. Martyr, big Martyr.
I agree with you 102, possibly even 105%, Reverend MCWOWSON. Ireland has not fared well with its independence, and what you're telling me now, in Cavan they can't read, they can't write, living in ditches. That's happening throughout the country, throughout the Republic. So the sooner we can get into a civil war situation, the sooner we can come out the other end as once more part of the British Empire. Ireland belongs to the British Empire. So I've been saying it for yonks. At the end of my videos, God save the Queen. I don't say that just to take the pass. I'm saying that sincerely. Erin go bra and God save the Queen. So thank you very much, Reverend MCWOWSON. It's always great to hear from you. I'm amazed you're coming in so crystal clear here, because I really thought you'd be out of reception. I'm shocked that there's reception in County Cavan,
Well, it's a little bit patchy, but fortunately the connection is held. So I've got to go, Martyr. These sandwiches are not going to deliver themselves. Talk very soon, and well done, big Martyr, well done. Getting married is very important, Martyr, and I think you're making a very big step, and I hope the people, I really do, and I pray to God, I'm holding my Bible here at the moment. I've got a sandwich in one hand and I've got the Bible in another. I'm holding the Bible, and you know what I'm thinking, I'm thinking to myself, I pray to God that your subscribers help you get your goal, get you the 100,000 euros, so then you can buy the wedding ring at the jewellers for this absolute dream of a girl, of this lass called Mary.
You've brought another tear to my other eye there, Reverend. You're a great man for the words. I'm getting emotional now. Okay, folks, I think we'll leave it there. I've got to go back into the soup kitchen here and ladle out the soup and the big bowls of Irish stew to the poor and the needy. In conclusion, please help me reach my goal. Help me get married, folks. I can't get married without your financial support. 100,000 euro is what it's going to cost for the wedding ring. You know, Mary is a very special woman. She's a virgin, and you know, if I got a wedding ring for 90 grand, it's, you know, it means the wedding's not, you know, it's not going to be a success. The wedding, the matrimony and the you know, the years living together in the light of Jesus Christ and the Lord our Savior, it's going to fail, because women never forget, and if you give them a wedding ring that's less than the minimum price, they'll never forgive you, folks. They'll smile and they'll cook you your dinner, but, you know, secretly they'll want to kill you, and they'll try to get a divorce. And we as Christians must be against divorce. And in order to avoid divorce between myself and Mary, the traditional Irish lass, we need €100,000 to get Mary. As I say, she's a virgin. She's a very beautiful Christian, traditional Irish woman with freckles on her cheeks. We need €100,000 for the wedding ring. So please, folks, I'm begging you, folks. I'm down on my knees here, folks, in the soup kitchen, begging you to help me get married. Help me hold the torch and carry it through the ages for Christianity. Erin go bra, and God save the Queen.